Hello everyone, and welcome to another edition of Preaching to the Choir Ministries. Guys, I'm feeling very, very, very good about myself. In my whole argument of answered prayer here on YouTube. Just recently had this debate with Negation of P on Debate Talk for You. And for those of you who have been paying attention to what I've been saying for like the last 2 months, you all know that I make the claim that no atheist can disprove answered prayer. I made a follow-up video saying that I would challenge any atheist to a debate, and the point, pay attention to what I'm about to say now. The point of that debate is for you to disprove answered prayer. Prove to me that God is not speaking to me when I'm talking to him in prayer. And that was the burden that was going to be on the atheists, because atheists kept saying that it was a coincidence. They can get the same result by praying to milk and various other topics. Now, I eventually debated Negation of P on Debate Talk for You, as I mentioned earlier. And the very first words out of Negation of P's mouth are, "You can't prove a negative." Now, for those of you who don't know, and especially you, Negation of P, I have a video on YouTube proving that you can prove a negative. I thought you knew these things, but apparently and by the way, there are people in the scientific community who agree with me that you can prove a negative. I mean, what if I came to you and told you, Negation of P, for example, and remember how you said it on the debate now. You remember how you said it on the debate, so don't give me that, well, it doesn't mean that, or whatever. You said you can't prove a negative, right? Okay, cool. What if I came to you and told you I was Asian? I was 100% Asian. You're telling me you couldn't disprove that? Or what if I came to you and told you that I wasn't a man, or a woman, but rather I was an alien from outer space? You're telling me that can't be disproven? Negation of P, that is being dishonest. And then I got guys like Mark Anthony telling me that Negation of P beat me on every point during this particular debate. And then I asked him, should I take his comment literally? And not only did he say that, some guy named Scientricity, I think that's how you pronounce his name, he actually said that I should take it literally too. So I guess Negation of P beat me when he said that. And by the way, Negation of P did correct himself when I brought this up. I guess Negation of P destroyed me when he said that Job prayed for his suffering. Or perhaps that Christians pray for hurricanes. Or perhaps, I forget the third example that he used, but it was 3 really stupid statements on his part. But he did fess up on national radio and admitted that he got that wrong. But those aren't the only things. He also came to me with very common objectives. I felt like this debate was a comment section on one of the videos that I made. I thought that he would come a little bit more prepared. And I'm reading the comments here. I'm going to show you guys here a minute. I'm reading your comments here on my laptop here. Okay, just want you guys to see this. And I'm noticing none of you are talking about his argument on against answered prayer. None of you. You're talking to me about what I said about evolution. I mean, seriously, has it gotten to be that, guys, where I make a mistake and I say something about evolution, because I've already gone public and admitted that I don't really know that much about the subject. But, you know, I find it very funny that you guys are talking about evolution, but none of you are talking about the answered prayer thingy. You know, and Negation of Peace obviously didn't disprove it. Not only did he not disprove it, there wasn't one Christian, not one Christian on Debate Talk for You that agreed with him. But there were some dishonest atheists that called me stupid, uneducated, and some other things, and apparently they knew Negation of P. So I'm not surprised by that. Typical atheism. I understand that. So guys, answered prayer is alive and well. Which one of you can disprove answered prayer for the existence of God? If you can't do it, in Negation of P, please pay attention to this. If you cannot disprove answered prayer as being evidence or proof for the existence of God, then guess what, Negation of P? Guess what? Okay? That means he exists. Okay? The same way you guys can talk about evolution and Big Bang and how your doubt counts as evidence and all these other things, You can't disprove answered prayer, so therefore it counts as evidence. Therefore, how the heck can you be an atheist? You can't be an atheist. You can't be an atheist no more because there is legitimate evidence. There is legitimate evidence that God exists. And then negation of peace, something I wanted to say to you on Debate Talk for you I never got a chance to do. You talk about how I'm appealing to authority. Because I talk about how, not appealing to authority, appealing to popularity. Where I mentioned that there are 6 billion Christians out there. And you say, oh, that's appeal to popularity. And then what do? You talk about the stats on this and the stats on that and the stats on this. And you refer me to some webpage. And then when I ask you to give me testable proof to show that prove to me that evolution or Big Bang is actually true, you failed to do that. Now, if I'm wrong, I'm sure you have your channel. You can cut the thing up in little pieces and whatnot. You can show me where you demonstrated what I can do in my room and to show me that evolution and that Big Bang is true. Now, Mark Anthony, does that sound like a person's utterly destroyed me on all points? I think not. I think it's another pathetic attempt by the atheist community to save face. See, this is my opinion about it. 30 seconds into this debate, I won this debate. And let me tell you why. When negation of peace said that you could not prove a negative, that told me immediately the man could not disprove answered prayer. So it still counts as evidence, guys. And you guys only got until December before I present my second proof that God exists. You only got into December. Negation of P was your last hope, and you couldn't do it. So negation of P, you can continue to practice your passive-aggressive attitude about your atheism, and that's fine. Guys, in the future, I'm going to make a video maybe sometime next week about what I actually mean about being passive-aggressive. It was something that was taught to me in marketing, on how you can attack something without actually looking like you're attacking something. I'll explain to you guys what that means. And until next time, guys, this has been another edition of Preaching to the Choir Ministries on a very, very great day. A day of victory. Atheists, admit God exists because you cannot disprove answered prayer. I'll say this again. You cannot disprove answered prayer. Read your Bible and do what it says. Or look like an intellectual liar.